Hey, welcome back to What's Wrong with This Picture with Dennis Guillaume. I'm Dave Dufour, and we just got done talking about file formats and things like that, which kind of leads sort of naturally into the idea of file sharing, because you have to kind of understand formats a little bit to know what you're doing to share files, don't you?
It certainly helps. You know, to know what you should provide in order to get the optimum performance out of, especially when we're sharing them online.
That's right. Yeah, and most of us, you know, today with digital photography, it's very easy to share things online. Of course, with a lot of the web services that we're aware of too, we've talked about Facebook, which is kind of what a lot of people are using. But one of the areas that one of the file sharing or the photo sharing services that I think a lot of people don't think about very much, or that some people may not be aware of if they're Facebook people, is one called Flickr, which was around really before Facebook became a household word. And Flickr is a Yahoo service, and it allows you to share files or share photos with other, when I say files I mean photos, share photos with other folks. And you can follow other folks' photo albums. So it's and you can follow photo albums with folks that you may not know, but you have a common interest in photography.
Yeah, I've got a couple of photographer friends that send me notices that they've put something new up, and I can go and look at it. And,
And that really makes it a lot better. Now, you know, we were talking about the fact that when you in the old days of film, you know, you had part of the vacation fun was getting the pictures back afterwards and having a party. Well, now it's all online, or a lot of that's online now because we don't send film out for processing. But Flickr is kind of the replacement for that in some ways. This is my photo page here. Now here's now my login here is Dufour.da, and I don't know, that's in some language I think that means howdy or something like that. Anyway, but I share some pictures here, and I also follow a few other folks within the and I have what we call, it's like friending in Facebook in essence, and you have friends that you can look at photos of. Now, one of my friends happens to be the White House in this particular case, but it's a lot of the White House photos are put up, and I have kind of an interest in photojournalism, so I like to see, okay, what are the pros doing, taking photos, you know, day in day out of, you know, the same guy, the same locale, and so I get to look at that. So that, you know, that's not exactly a friend of mine, but it's something that I'm able to follow. If I look at my own photo stream, and this is kind of how Flickr works, you have several photo streams. I've got 3 or 4 here, but I also have this one. Well, it's sort of the big group. That happens to be my son and his dog, but this is you have a photo stream that just sort of flips through like this, and you can look at all kinds of pictures. That's my daughter and granddaughter. Now, see, I get to show off my pictures here. Yeah. And you showed your grandson. I'm showing a Coca-Cola machine. There we go. So anyway, Flickr is really great because it allows you to share your photos, as well as gives friends the capability of looking at your photos, but then also there are some ways of printing photos online, from some of the external services like Shutterfly and Snapfish and things like that, and getting prints made, T-shirts, cups, all the swag that we like to do with photos. So, but it's a great way to do it. Now, if you're a little more journalistically inclined, you can go to something called Blogger.com, and Blogger is one of a couple of blogging platforms out there, and Blogger's free. Did you know that?
I didn't, but then I haven't yet delved into blogging.
You're not a blog guy, huh?
No, not yet.
Okay, but if you like to write more than just a couple of captions, or you want to do a trip diary, it's a really great way to share your pictures. This, I just set one up real quickly here. Blogger is a free service from Google. And your photos, you can upload photos. You can even attach video to a blog on Blogger, but it's very easy to set up. It's free. You get a Gmail account or a Google account, and then you can go in there. I have a blog here which is empty right now because I just set it up for this purpose. It's called Dave's Pictures, but Blogger does gives you a choice of a lot of different themes. I happen to pick this little sort of tan-looking one with some seagulls or birds or something flying around there. But say I want to add a new post. Now I'm going to go in there and do that. And I want to add a photo. And I'm going to do that right there. And then I want to choose a file. Now you can choose a file that may be on the web somewhere, like in your Picasa account, or you can choose a file that's actually on your desktop. And here you go. I'm going to open up, and I know that there's a good picture in here, right there, of Gunner the Wonder Dog. Now, I'm going to set that up so that the picture wraps to the left. This is real simple to do. And I can upload that image. Now, what Blogger does, while we're waiting for the cooking to happen here, is it does, we were talking about file formats before.
Right.
This does handle a lot of the compression, so that even if you've got a fairly large file, Blogger then compresses that to a file size that's going to be useful and quick downloading primarily.
Well, right, and they have to do that because they have to control the efficiency of their site, and so they can't rely on us to know what file format and what resolution and so on.
Right.
So that's a good service.
Right, and again, this and Flickr as well. Neither one do not count on Blogger or Flickr or any other blogging service to be an archive for your photos. Now, unless you're just archiving very low resolution photos, but photos that you may want to print later on or that you want to keep forever in some way, shape, or form, these are not archival services. So don't look at them that way.
You have to go back to that backup thing we talked about.
Right, a couple of weeks. Yeah, what was that? That was last week or two episodes ago. We talked a lot about backup. Still going to be very, very important. So I'm just going to put a title on this. In fact, there we go, Gunner the Wonder Dog, and then I'm going to type some text. Okay, there we go. Gunner is our best friend during Tales from the Road. You want to put some tags in here, like dog, Gunner, RVNN for us. Okay, for example, and then I'm going to I'm going to publish the post. You can save it and not publish it, so it can be like a draft, and you can write as much as you want. By the way, I just wrote a little because I didn't want to have to come up with a whole bunch today. And let's go back to the blog, and view the blog. There we go.
There he is.
And there it is. So that's a quick introduction to blogging and also to photo sharing with Flickr. And so these are a couple of great ways to share your photos while you're on the road. We're going to be coming back in just a second talking about keeping it clean when you're traveling in your RV with your camera, right?
Right.
Okay. Stay with us on What's Wrong with This Picture. Have a question or a comment for Dennis Guillaume? Get in touch at picture@rvnn.tv, and don't forget to send us your RVing pictures for possible use on an upcoming episode. You can also leave a voicemail for Dennis at 877-578-RVNN, extension 704. Follow RV Newsnet on Facebook and Twitter, and you can receive text messages to alert you when we're streaming live by texting RVNN to 72727. That way, you can join us live in the chat room, ask questions, and become part of the RV Newsnet family. Remember, any photos or other material submitted to us become the property of RV Newsnet and cannot be returned. For more TV like this from the world of RVs, head to RVNN.com.